Alright everybody, so forgive me for this concert review being extremely, very late. Um, I'm, but I'm ready to finally give you my thoughts on Black Sabbath. Back to the, back to the beginning. Look guys, this live stream concert event was more than just a thank you to Ozzy Osbourne and the legendary Black Sabbath. This, what happened on Saturday, July 5th, for 10 hours straight, what wasn't a funeral, wasn't your average concert, and it certainly, even though it was technically a goodbye, in the words of Scott Ian from Anthrax, the people of Birmingham, England, UK, at Villa Park Stadium, weren't there to say goodbye to Ozzy, Tony, Geezer, and Bill. They were there simply to say thank you for 57 years of creating heavy metal history, and that's exactly what was created all over again during the 10-hour live stream back to the beginning celebration of Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath. Honestly guys, Mastodon, Lamb of God, Gojira, and even Rival Sons, they were just the warm-up act, with Gojira and Mastodon in particularly for me doing absolutely horrible. But again, they were not the real reason that everybody was there. They were not the reason that 40,000 people, that's right everybody, 1,000 people shy of over 500,000 people gathered in that historic stadium this past weekend to witness a heavy metal celebration. Hailstorm did fine. And Anthrax did their thing. Both supergroups, especially the one featuring KK Downing, did outstanding. Youngblood's version of Black Sabbath Changes, which Ozzy famously redid back in 2002 with his newly engaged daughter Kelly, who spent the time right before Daddy took the stage one final time on his own, got engaged to Slipknot DJ Sid Wilson. But ironically enough, guys, sadly, Corey Taylor was unfortunately not able to make back to the beginning, even though I think he should have been there. Lamb of God set was also, while entertaining, not for me, except for their excellent Sabbath tribute of doing their own live version and then releasing their version of their Sabbath tribute, Children of the Grave. Again, Youngblood's version of Changes was outstanding. Rival Sons was pretty good. In fact, they actually made history themselves by opening for all 4 original members of Black Sabbath, which is something that unfortunately they did not have the opportunity to do when they opened for Sabbath on the end tour back in 2016 and 2017 respectively. Tool, again, that's not for me. Pantera, Rex, and Phil did fine. Obviously, their set was also dedicated to the Abbott brothers, Dimebag, and Vinny. And then, of course, guys, Guns N' Roses for their set mostly did do Sabbath tracks, with only Welcome to the Jungle and Paradise City being present. And then, of course, Metallica, once again for the first time in about 20 years themselves. Adrian, about 16, got to reconnect with Ozzy and do a 45-minute opening set for him before he took the stage on his throne himself and led us through five very emotional songs. Those songs being I Don't Know, Mr. Crowley, I I I can't say the name of the third song, but it involves a solution that is never good, and Ozzy actually got controversy for it here. But Solution was next. Actually, guys, the Solution song starts with an S, so I'll let you guys fill in from there. Suicide Solution was next. And then, obviously, ending with Mama, I'm Coming Home. And then, obviously, ending with the song that launched Ozzy's solo career, the legendary Crazy Train, of which the most emotional was obviously the heartfelt ballad, Mama, I'm Coming Home. And then, obviously, the real reason why everybody was there that night. Bill, Tony, Geezer, and Ozzy reunited for the first time since 2006 to lead us through an iconic and triumphant four-song set of War Pigs, NIB, Iron Man, and of course, the legendary Paranoid. So again, guys, basically for me, Black Sabbath and Ozzy did the best that they both could with what they had. Again, guys, sadly, Ozzy's Parkinson's has reached stage 5. I do not know how many stages are within Parkinson's, nor do I really care to know, but unfortunately for Ozzy, his has reached stage 5. But overall, guys, Saturday, July 5th, Back to the Beginning, was emotional, but it was a thank you and a celebration of the four godfathers of heavy fucking metal. So I say, thank you, Ozzy, thank you, Tony, thank you, Geezer, and thank you, Bill, for 57 years of being up and ringing and reawakening the beast that created some of the greatest rock ever recorded one last time. I will never forget back to the beginning. And I think the millions of people that watch it on their TVs, through their computers at home along with me, plus the almost 500,000 people that were in the physical venue along with me. People in Birmingham itself, not me, although I wish I could have been. I'm not going to lie to y'all. But really, guys, like Scott Ann said earlier on in Blacks and Anthrax's set, which, by the way, the live stream did have some lagging issues to start out the day, but once you adjusted your feed settings, you were fine. Although Allison changed rather during their cover of the Black Sabbath song "Fairies Wear Boots," their audio did go out, but it was fixed and shown on again later on that day. But again, as Scott from Anthrax said, back to the beginning. Even though it was a goodbye, it was a historic event that, in my opinion, has surpassed Celebration Day from Led Zeppelin, that has passed Live Aid 2005, where at the time all the original lineup of Pink Floyd got together for that historic 4-song set of their own. This, in my opinion, has surpassed that. So again, thank you, Ozzy. Thank you, Black Sabbath. I will never forget. Back to the beginning. Have a good one.